Hi everyone! I'm in the office with Harry and the babies. Oh, there's one there. And as you can see, the older babies are in there as well, which I'm calling the toddlers at the moment because I keep getting really mixed up. Let's just give Harry a treat. These are just like flaked almonds that she loves. There you go. And as you can see here, the boys are all separate now. I'm sorry I've not made a video for so long. It's because I tried to make one last week sometime, and it was really bad lighting because I did it on my phone and then the end got cut off and everything. So I've just decided to remake it now. So as you can see here, these are the little babies from the previous litter. So you can see how big they've got now. It's crazy. I can't believe they're so big. And they're being so good, like helping out Harry. Because obviously there was only 2 girls in that litter, so I just left them in to help the mum out. I'm going to keep those 2. So the brown one here is Anastasia, and the like lilac / dove one, I'm not sure which she is. She is called Thumbelina because she was the runt of the litter, but she wasn't really that much smaller. So these babies, well the toddlers, are fully on solids now, as you can see. They love copying whatever the mum does. And also in here, I had to take the wheel out about a week ago because I've just taken it out completely now because she was getting a bit stressed out as to why it was up at the top and she couldn't go on it from just being able to go on it before, because I caught her with one of the babies in her mouth, as they do when they carry them or move them somewhere else. She had one of the babies in her mouth and she was running around in the wheel really fast, and the baby was like spinning round because she let go of it. So that was really worrying, but so I just decided to take it out altogether, and she's been fine since then. And all the babies seem fine from it. They've not been injured or anything, luckily. I just didn't want to leave it like that. So the quick story of what happened with the birth is that she had them through the night again on the 20th of March, so just over a week ago, and she gave birth to 5 babies, as you can see. And I did originally think that she'd had 3 like Siamese ones, but since then I posted pictures of them on a forum, and since they've got a little bit more fur, because they're just coming up to a week old now, I can see that they are going to be quite a similar colour to Harry, because as you can see, Harry's got a slightly darker tail and dark eyes and a bit darker ears. So I'm not too sure what kind they're going to be because I'm not that good at like Gerbil genetics and everything. But it's got a little foot out. But they're definitely different to the last litter, and there's also some like ginger coloured ones in there. So she's got 5 of those. And then the unfortunate thing that happened was that I calculated the birth, I was a day out, so I was actually going to move, I was going to wait to move all the boys, so that's Woody and the 4 boys from the last litter, the day after. So unfortunately she had them during the night, so I hadn't got a chance to separate them yet. So I got woken up to the new litter. That was a cute little yawn. So I had put this big play sticks hide in here, and basically all of the gerbils were under here apart from Harry and the babies, which were over here. So they just all stayed away. So hopefully as soon as I found them like that, I separated all the boys, I sectioned the boys, and I put them in this other matching gerbilarium with Woody, because hopefully they won't have mated yet. But if they have, then she will actually be pregnant again, but I don't actually think that she is. Hopefully she won't be, because that's just going to mean that I can't keep any of that litter at all, and I'll have to give them all up for adoption, which will be really upsetting. And I didn't really want her to have like so many litters, like all in a row, because it's going to be a bit like straining on her. If you could just look down here, you can see that Anastasia, big sister, is cleaning some of the babies. Yeah, so that was the story. So they're doing fine in here. And then I'll show you down here, Woody and all the babies. One is sleeping separately at the moment because I noticed this the other day and I'm not too happy about it. Just because the coconut that they all like to sleep in is a bit too small. He could actually fit in there, but I'm a bit worried it's the same one. So what I'm going to do is try and get like a different coconut in the next few days, or if not, just take it out altogether so they can just sleep in the open. But I did buy that coconut especially for them, thinking it'd be big enough, and obviously it's not really, because that's got the dad and 3 toddler gerbils in at the moment, so they're about half the size of him, so there's not that much room. And they've got their huge potty and the huge litter pan, which was just like a spare that I had, but actually it works quite well for so many in the cage. It's only temporary. 2 of these boys are going to be ready to be rehomed in just about 2 weeks, so when they're like 7 to 8 weeks old, because they're still learning a lot from the dad at the moment. So yeah, they're all quite happy there. And I'll show you a baby if I can. Oh, this is so cute. I'll show you a baby quickly. I'm just going to get one out at the moment because I have to hold the camera with one hand, so I don't want to like drop one or anything, so better off just holding one. What I normally do is I'll give Harry a treat and then just scoot her over a little bit because she's stood okay, she's not having any of that. Just bear with me a minute while I get one. There we go. Hold on. I just didn't want to put it down on like any surface. So this is one of the little babies. Whoops, might have to put it down here. So this is, what's the date today? They're born on the 20th. Is it like the 28th today? I think they're 8 days old. So as you can see, it's got a bit more of like a creamy colour. You might not be able to see that well on camera. You need to be really careful when you're holding them. Ideally, not hold a camera or anything else at the same time, because they are very wriggly and they will actually like leap from your hand. So if you can, I used to put a blanket down in here, but whoops, I've been using it for sunbathing, so it's all greasy with sun cream. But I used to put a really soft fleecy blanket, and when I held them, if they did happen to like just fall a little bit, it would be a really soft landing. He's settled down a little bit now. Sniffing. Right, I'll just put it back. I just wanted to show you how cute they are. So you can see his little black tail, or her, and the black ears. Alright, put you back. I'm just going to put the camera down for a second. I normally just give Harry another treat to say thank you for letting me hold your baby. So that's these guys. I also wanted to tell you about some things that I sometimes like to do for my pets in the hot weather, because At the moment we are having a heat wave in the UK, so the past few days I've just been in my garden sunbathing. So a few things I normally like to do. I think they're trying to get treats from their mum. A few things I normally like to do for them is always make sure that they've got really nice cool water. I'm really lucky that I've got like a really powerful tap in my bathroom. Look, she's gonna move them, I think she just moved and they were trying to feed off her, so they came out the nest. They're alright. So anyway, yeah, I like to have nice cool water because obviously in here there's a window and it does get quite strong sun sometimes on like part of the cage, especially where the water bottle is, so it can get like kind of warm from being in the sun, which I don't think can be very nice for them to drink afterwards. So every day I've been trying to put like quite icy cold water in there, which is really nice and refreshing for them. And they do normally like to sunbathe. Another thing you can also do is put a little bit of ice in, or you can put like small ice cubes if they'll fit. I'm not sure if they will actually, like broken up ice cubes. You can put them in the water bottle so that they'll melt slowly and the water will stay colder for longer. That's a good idea. And also another thing you can do is it's really good for pets like chinchillas who can't sweat because they're known for not being able to lose their body heat quickly. So it's quite dangerous if they overheat in the hot weather. So a good thing to do for them, you can also do it on a smaller scale for like gerbils and hamsters and maybe guinea pigs as well, is to get like ice cubes. So you can like make your own edible ice cubes, like freeze like fruit and other healthy treats that they can eat inside the ice cubes. I'm just going to give Woody a treat because he's come up. So that's a really good thing to do. I might actually do it this week and do a video on it because it is actually a really good idea that I just thought of today. So I might go and do that in a bit. And you want to put it somewhere in a cage where it's not gonna, all the water, when it melts, it's not gonna go into the bedding and make it really soppy and wet. Hello! That's very cute. She's such a nice colour. I was looking up her colour the other day on the forum that I'm on, and they said it's either dove, sapphire or lilac. I think sapphire was like the one in between. I'm not too sure which of the three that she is because they all look really similar to me, so if anyone can help out, I'll just show you her closer up. And she has got slightly like ruby eyes. Oh, I've scared her. Don't be silly, come here. The downside to having all the boys like living with their dad at the moment is that the dad is quite jumpy, and he always has been quite timid, because I still can't hold him like properly at the moment, and that's a downside to like them breeding by accident, is that I didn't get to choose like the gerbils I wanted to breed. That's cute. But he was a really good dad there, look. How cute is that? Giving kisses. Yeah, he's quite timid, so I think the boys have picked up on that quite a bit, because obviously he's going to teach it to them. Having a bit of grooming going on now. Yeah, so they are a bit timid, but they do let me hold them. But I found out I can't hold them in here anymore. You can see how high this is, and they can jump from the bottom. One was up here when I wasn't looking. The black one was up here the other day, so I have to use the big one that I put them in for cleaning out, which is a bit annoying. Another thing, I had a really productive day yesterday. I cleaned both of these 2 cages out, so I didn't want to put too much bedding in here because obviously she's got a nest with babies in. I get really worried when they're like covered over, so she seems alright with that. These have got a little bit more bedding, and the reason I've done it so low is because I'm trying to ease them out of Carefresh, and so I'm going to change them onto sawdust soon. Not sawdust, I'm going to put them on wood shavings probably next time I clean them out, so I'm just trying to get rid of this. I didn't have very much left. So that's about everything in here. Also, another thing, going back to in the warm weather, a nice thing to always do is like have the window open a little bit when it's warm. Oh, that's cute. She's dozing off. I'm going to leave them alone in a minute. Yeah, so that's a nice thing to do so they can get like a fresh breeze. And sometimes, I've not done it yet. Dear me, who is squeaking? I think someone's hungry. What I do like to do sometimes is I'll take them outside with me while I sunbathe, but you have to be really careful, and depending on like the strength of the sun, you can put them, so the cage is like half and half in the shade and half in the sun. It's really important to always give them shade, so they can get away from the heat if they want to, because it's really dangerous if they do overheat, but they normally like the cool breeze going through the cage. I did it with my last gerbils and they used to love coming outside, but at first I do get really scared of like the sounds of the birds and stuff. I've disturbed him. I'm sorry. Oh, let's zoom in a little bit. No, it's not focusing. Very noisy. But these girls are so good looking after all the babies, or the mum's like off digging or something. I don't know. Really good. She had her running a wheel anyway. Yesterday when I cleaned them out, and I put the babies in this, which I've had for ages, but I've just recently washed it. It's just like a little hamster cozy. It's really warm and fleecy inside. Basically put all the babies in here and some bedding, and so they had their old scent, and put it in like the big box, and she got in there with them, and then one of the other babies took over and she was on a wheel while they were all in there. They basically stayed in there. So I thought that was good to use because they were like all together and really warm as well. So yeah, I think in the next few days, if it stays warm, I will take them outside. What is someone slamming the door?